So we used a linear search pattern because we wanted to view things like one at a time in a sequence. So we went from one side of the crime scene to the other in order.
Welcome to our crime scene. So we're going to discuss how to package the evidence. So the first piece of evidence we have are teeth. And since it has blood on them, we have to allow it to air dry so that the teeth do not degrade. So to package the teeth, we're going to put it in a paper bindle so that the teeth don't fall out upon transfer. The third piece of evidence is the pillowcase, which can have hair and fiber and other pieces of DNA on it that will be collected and tested. So to package this, it's going to be packaged in a container. However, there's also blood on some of the pillowcase, so it needs to be air dried first. Another way to package the pillow is to wrap it in tissue paper to make sure that nothing falls off of the pillowcase and it's placed into a larger paper bag. The ninth piece of evidence is the body, which a time of death and a cause of death will be determined on the scene, then taken to a coroner's office for an autopsy to be performed. But when the body is taken off and out of the scene, it is placed in a body bag. So the seventh piece of evidence we have here is dental floss that was used to strangulate the person. The dental floss does have blood on it, so it's going to be air dried, and then it's going to be placed in a paper bindle so that nothing falls out and that it stays intact. So the eighth piece of evidence is a footprint, which can be dusted and lifted, and then the blood can also be tested for DNA. The fifth piece of evidence we have here are gloves, which fit into the blood garment category. So the gloves are air dried to prevent molding, then they will be wrapped in tissue paper and then placed in a plastic bag. The 10th piece of evidence is a headlight, which will be included in the large electronics category, which is tagged and labeled. So the 6th piece of evidence we have blood on them, so they have to be air dried. So there's no molding, wrapped in tissue paper, and then put in a plastic bag as well. Piece of evidence are the pliers that were used to pull the teeth out of the person's mouth. So this will be included and counted as a weapon. So it's swabbed for DNA and placed into a specific plastic container with a biohazard label, since there is blood and could be human tissue on it. The second piece of evidence we have here is a salt lamp. So since it's a dry evidence, we're going to put it in a plastic container with a label. Determined that in the middle of the night, while the young girl was sleeping, someone came in with a little headlight so they could see and ripped her teeth out with the little pliers, left blood everywhere on the pillows and on the floor, stepped in it, which is why we have the footprint, and then strangled her with dental floss.